The first time I ever saw you, I smiled. You were the only person that could get me to stop crying. They used to sit us in front of the mirror, just so I could crawl around while she would entertain me, sticking out your tongue or raising your eyebrows slowly, like the top crusting of Mum's banana bread when it cooked in the oven. Dad used to bounce me on his knee, then launch me up into the air. Way before a teacher could tell you to stand on your chair to punish you, you would help Mum nourish food. When she put my din-dins on a baby spoon, you would watch it fly into my mouth like an aeroplane. At Christmas, you would sneak into the cupboard, take a quick peek, then blink your eyes rapidly, thinking that you had some sort of magic flash powers that would help you remember each unwrapped gift, like Santa's little speed camera. I always relied on your suspicion of adults. I relied on it to uncover their true intentions, like the doors on an advent calendar. In the summer holidays, when I used to make friends with the older boys, you'd watch suspiciously. Standing at the sidelines was always your favourite starting position. You're the only person I know who can give side-eye straight on. Straight on. Like when Match of the Day and Ian Wright's on. I was quick to get burned by them older boys, only befriending me so they could ride on my old plastic go-kart. When they knocked at the door, asking if I could play out, and Dad said, no. They thought they would still try their luck. They said, can we still borrow his go-kart? Dad didn't need to do anything, because you went nuts. Pattern up, pattern up, pattern up, pattern up. That's what Big Bro does. Fast forward to us as teenagers, I'm in big school, but I'm getting bullied. Some grungy kid, some nasty kid, who flems in people's hair, kicks up girls' skirts in the hallways and doesn't care. He's picking on me now. It wasn't the beatings that hurt my soul, it was the spitting of slimy yellow mucus that ran down the hairs on the back of my neck. I didn't tell you when it happened, I just went to the toilets and washed it off. Washed it off. Washed it off. When I got home, I asked Mum if she could give me a haircut. Again, sitting in the kitchen with Mum's mirror laid out on the table, I saw you, watching from the sidelines. Not saying anything, not making fun of me, just watching. Then when I jumped on the bottom half of the bunk bed that night, you put your hand on the sidebars, stretched your head down to look at me and said, bruv, what's the real reason you got Mum to cut your hair? We had a talk. I told you. This next bit's difficult, I'm gonna mess this up, I'll try. We had a talk, I told you. The next day at school, you were straight in there like swimwear. You ain't gonna bully me or him here. Quick punch, then swing there. Don't mess with my next of kin, yeah? That's my brother. I'll come looking for you if you do so much as touch his chin hair. Rare. So guess what? In school, I'm kind of bad now. Brothers come down, 1-2 fights, and you taught me that I cannot back down. Thank God I didn't have to fight too many because I really didn't have it in me. I wasn't angry enough. Not until I realized the school wasn't going to help push me, but pull me into fitting in. Low expectations of my abilities with words Mum heard of the lessons in which I was slipping. She'd tell Dad who kind of listened, kind of. But he had his own problems he wasn't fixing. And when Mum had enough, when she really had enough, that was enough. 13, no Dad round, the area's looking a bit mad now. Mum's had cars stolen, we've had bikes stolen, people were getting robbed for silly stuff. On the first day of college, like the acne on my face at the time, it was rough. In the college photo, the one for my ID card, I had a cut ear and a swollen jaw. I was annoyed, not because I felt like a boxer after a scrap. I was annoyed because that photo looked crap. A bunch of West and South London youths at a good college in some trackies, some in jeans, some in Nikes, feeling flashy, mixed race before they called everything light skin. First time I told you I was going to have sex with a girl, you told me how to put on a Johnny. I didn't listen, probably. I messed it up. Walking for an hour the next morning to go to the chemist whilst on the phone to you for instructions on what to do. You told me exactly what I had to do, but I still panicked and went back in, bought 2 different Pegsley tests, a paracetamol like they were magic. Yeah. I was that you. I was that you. The woman behind the counter was an old white lady, and I could tell she was thinking whatever the old English equivalent is for one to this black youth. Thank God my first girlfriend was smarter than both me and you. 21 at uni somehow now, I'm sitting on the floor. 21 at uni somehow, I'm sitting on the floor in the corner of my room, stressed out, overwhelmed and slumped like Joshua was after you sick. I'm too sick, I'm unwell. Finding out the hard way about poor mental health. Not sleeping, too much drinking, and spoke to mum in months. And when I did, I wasn't even making sense. So she would just tell me, Eden, eat and try to sleep. But you, again, you helped me. This time you weren't watching from the sidelines, you were talking in front of me. You got me going to some church and talking amongst men, making friends that didn't always depend on binge drinking with a man then. Imagine. When I was crying, distraught, because I thought I'd flopped to uni, I was thinking I'm going to have to come back with no degree, no job and no plan. You plucked up the courage to tell mum. You said, look, he's coming back, he's definitely depressed, so I'll pay his rent, but he needs you. He needs you to believe in him because he genuinely thinks this is the end. You told mum it wasn't her fault, even if I had messed it up. She said, I know it's not my fault because I'm not the one who's giving up. So I got up. Moved to a new city, wasn't litty, it was gritty, but because of you I felt ready. 12-hour house shifts, 12-hour warehouse shifts that would wear out kids, but not big men. Working with some heavy Polish dons that would tell me, hey London, keep your head down. Occasionally I'd think of you, and we'd have a nice little talk. You'd motivate me. Top persuasion was amazing. You'd use words I'd said to give me energy that would last for weeks. Isn't it ironic how someone's energy can help you sleep? Yeah, come. Let's do it. I need it. When news came in that some of our friends were now in prison and they could do with a letter or a phone call to help me listen, you'd help fill out the forms and step up. Help me fill out the forms and step up. At funerals, when it was your time to speak, you'd tell me, fam, I'm not sick of the words like you, Eads. But if you write something, you know that I can say it. I will say it. If confidence was a song, you'd be the one to pick it up, flip it, remix and play it. So much music you would find that wouldn't just make me confident, it would help me grow. Cool events in the city that we would go. Millennium Dome, skate park, graffiti festivals, bedroom music studios in Holloway on a one-away. As long as I didn't tell mum about what you was up to when you were gone away. Gone away for days. I wish I could talk to you. I'm gonna get emotional.
Yo. Take a breath, brother. You got this.
You got this.
You got this, brother.
Keep going.
It looks like I'm emotional, but I actually just lost my place as well, so it's kind of fucking... I wish I could talk to you now, but it's all love. You were there when I needed you. So emotional. You're going to see it's funny why I'm so emotional. You were there when I needed you, and I know for you it's been tough. I know people will get to listen to your story one day. Why? Because I'm going to tell it. how you were the best big brother a big brother could be. In hard times, you tried your best to supply everything a little brother could need. There's one thing though, one thing that I have to miss out. One thing that they won't ever see. And that one thing is that there was no big brother. My big brother was me.
Yeah.